Hello and welcome to a playtest of my game Hexagod. My name is Aramis and I am the solo developer on this project. This current build that you're seeing me play here is I guess I would call this kind of the second major version of the early access for Hexagod. So the game was released back in March of 2025, and in the last couple months it is, I guess for me it's currently the end of April. Nope, it's end of May. I went through and looked at what was really fun in this game and identified that it's really fun to place these groups of hexagon tiles and kind of explore this little bit of a space here to try to find really good combinations. The other thing that I thought was really fun was when you click the end turn button, seeing a bunch of resources kind of pop up out of your village and go up into the top right corner was also really fun. So I wanted to lean into this tile placement mechanic, giving you really nice juicy bonuses and adjacencies and ways to exploit and create builds that basically create hundreds, and maybe you can find ways to create thousands of resources each turn. As such, a bunch of the old systems have been removed or reworked, but instead I've just kind of leaned into the expanding and the exploiting. So in my head, Hexagod is now a 2x game, where before it was maybe somewhere around, I'm not sure what I would call the old version, but you can see here we have I've placed a good amount of tiles down here. I have 3 turns left in Monday, and my quota for Monday is to get to 10 score. I get score every turn by collecting resources. So you can see there, I just collected 4 more points because I got some food here and some food on this tile as well. After that, I'll have to survive for 3 weeks and see if I can get that done. So let's continue on here. I think I want to get some favors. So we have plenty of food. You can see my one village that I placed down here has 1 villager, needs to eat 3 more food to grow, and can eat 1 food per turn right now. So if I want this to grow, I need to make sure I have at least 3 food, but it's getting also one food per turn right here. So let's go ahead and throw that one over on the favor. That would allow me to place this new tile group. I'm not sure I'm super fond of this tile group, although it would give me some adjacency here with this forest, which would produce more wood. You can lock and unlock cards by right-clicking them, and then you can re-roll down here with the re-roll button. Let's go ahead and end the turn and move forward. So we just succeeded Monday. We reached the quota by hitting 11. We hit 11 out of 10 score for our quota, and now we get to open up Theseus's shop. So Theseus is the proctor of the Trial of Ascension, and that's what we're working on trying to do. We're trying to prove to Theseus that we are a good hexagod and worthy of becoming the next hexagod, because the old hexagod is dead. RIP, we don't know if Theseus killed him or not. That is to be determined, potentially. So we have 3 coins here. You can see we reached the quota and we gained 2 coins. If you want to see more about the run info, you can see how many points you get for the various resources, and then how much multi you get for the various kind of tier 2 resources down here. This week we have 7 days in the week, and we have a quota tomorrow of 16, and it goes up from there. Our rewards are $2, $3, $3, $3, $4, $4, blah, 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 right? So today we got the $2, and we got 1 extra turn when we ended it, so we get an extra gold for that. And we don't have any interest because we're not quite at the 10 gold mark at this point. I think that's good enough to finish that day, and we'll start Tuesday. So you can see our quota is 16. We have 4 turns. Let's see what we can do here. We could place this tile group. You can see at the beginning of the day, the whole shop re-rolled. I didn't lock anything because nothing was actually all that interesting. I think this shrine will be something I lock. You can see the shrine here. It says, when worked, work adjacent tiles with favor. Work is a mechanic. It's a word that just means that this village is going to work the tile it's on, and then wherever this village is, this villager, this worker is going to also work that tile. So right now, if I ended the turn, we'd gain 1 food from this village working itself, and we'd gain 2 favor from this little villager here working this tile here. So then if we put down the shrine here, we'll be able to work 2 adjacent tiles with favor, and that would be these 2 tiles as well. So basically turning this villager's work and expanding it out here. So if we could get then some more favor producing tiles over here, that would be quite lovely. And I think we'll do that here. just because this lines up really nicely. It gives us adjacency with our food, gives us adjacency with our water, and also with our food. I think we're going to go one up here, because then that gives us adjacency here options as well to expand out and get the food going. So this will be a nice little one. You can see this one up to 3. The base yields of tiles increases for every adjacent tile. So this at a minimum of 1. So this doesn't have any adjacent grasslands, but it does have the 1 food yield because that's its base yield type. And then as we go from there, it starts to expand higher and higher. So right now, this plains tile right here has an adjacency of 3 other plains and will thus have 3 favor. Pretty simple and very fun to exploit and try to create the ultimate Great Plains. All right, we're doing well. We should grow here in 2 turns. So let's go ahead and let ourselves grow in 2 turns. I'm gonna try to nab some cheeky. Although this is actually a pretty good favor tile. I'm gonna try to grab some cheeky wood here and then set myself up to try to look for some stone at some point. I think we're good to go. We should grow next turn. Yep. You can see we just grew, and now we have 2 villagers here. So we just doubled our output of our village just like that, and we'll throw them on favor again so we can maybe start trying to re-roll down to get something better. We now have 7 gold at the end of Tuesday. Let's see. We have some of these relics. These relics are very powerful. We're doing fine on quota so far, so I don't know if an early relic is really what we need, and we also don't have a lot of wood production or water production. So I think saving up for that first or the second village would be nice, and we will just end the turn there and move on to the next day. Alrighty, Wednesday of week 1, we can see that we have this tile here, which could give us some, let's see, how would that work? If you want to rotate tiles, you can see there's a little pop-up here to rotate stuff around. We got Q and E to do tile direction, and then scrolling will give you rotation within the given orientation. So changing the direction here, and then changing the orientation like so. All right, this is actually not too optimal because we can't do like a double adjacency here, just how things are located. We could go over here and do something like this, or start expanding up north here to give ourselves some more, like a desert area up north. I'm not super sold on that being a good strategy, so I think I'm just gonna end the turn here. 3 turns, we got 7. It's reasonable to assume that we'll keep getting 7 if we keep going up, so we'll, in 3 turns, 7 times 4, 28. We should get to 28 by the end of this, which I think is perfectly fine to do that. Boom, look at that. My math worked out well. So we chalked up 1 turn here. We can buy our second village. We could also buy that shrine. I think the village is strictly better here, but where do we put it? Where do we put it? Putting it on a food tile isn't bad because then it basically pays for itself in its hunger cost every day. Because remember, let me hide this quickly. Remember, the village has 2 villagers now. It needs to eat 11 more food to grow, and it can eat 2 food per turn. So it'll take, right now, if it grows correctly, it'll take 6 turns. You can see that in the little icon above the blue village here. So if we get this, it'll at least make sure we keep getting food, because our food is kind of a tight resource right now, just since we're consuming so much of it to grow. I think village on this food could be nice. And that could let us double work this tile if we get our shrine put down there. So I think that's fine. I'm going to invest in the level up. So one of the ways you can spend your resources is by placing stuff on your tiles, but you can also level up your resources. So right now, favor gains you 1 point per turn, but if we spend 10 favor, which we have in the top left corner, we can also make it level 2, which will give it 2 scores. So it'll basically give us a much better buffer. This investment could hopefully give us the ability to end the turns quicker, thus maybe giving us more money to spend in the shop. So a bit of an investment. I'm going to make it harder to get my tile groups going and get the rerolls going down here. But again, we have a pretty good favor setup here to be able to produce favor. So if we get the shrine put over here, and we can then maybe double work something like this. We can then have this nice little area going down. So we're going to want to look for more plains over here to get more adjacency, and we want to try to get a stone in. So we have this stone right here. We could potentially slot that in over here, just so we could get some sort of stone going, because I don't think we're getting a second village anytime soon. We could also look to play this pebbles, which adds a stone to a tile. That could be grassland, plains, or hills. I think that might actually be worthwhile to hold on to here. So let's end our turn. You can see we're getting a lot more points for favor at this point, and we're probably going to get it next turn. So let's make sure we play our pebbles. Do I want to play it here? Or do I want to play it up in the... I'm going to put it here. So pebbles adds 1 stone to a tile, and now this is a 2 favor and 1 stone tile. You still get both resources, which is nice. You can see we're getting food there. We're 5 turns out from growing here, and let's go to the next turn. This should end the day. Cool. Our investment in favor paid off. We now get 2 extra gold here, so we're up to 8. I think for now, since we did that favor investment, we can hold off on buying stuff unless we see a relic that specifically is interesting. The village cost goes up to 20. It basically adds 10 every time you buy a village or place a village. So we can't quite get another village anytime soon, but we could try to save up for that with our gold and maybe try to hit some interest here early, since we have plenty. We beat that quota by, what's that, by 8? That's perfectly fine. Berry bush and a tile group here. So we need stone and favor. I think next turn we'll be able to hit our stone and favor and be able to place down our shrine. Perfect. So we'll grab the shrine here. I still think this is a great shrine location. It's gonna let me work. You can see here these arrows. So I put them out here. You can see what the shrine does is it will show you which tiles it's going to work. And because we put a villager here, it's going to work this tile and that tile. And since we have a village located here, we can work this tile twice. So if we click the end turn button, which I think I'm ready to do, this isn't a bad tile necessarily because it gives us adjacency here. I'm not sold on this being that good because it does limit the plains adjacency, so I think we're perfectly fine re-rolling here. So you can see now it worked the blue tile, and then the orange tile, the orange village also works that one as well, which is really nice. Another pebbles, malt for every village, malt for food. I think that's perfectly acceptable to skip and just get our interest going. So you can see here we get 1 extra gold for every 10 coins we have from Theseus. He's a gracious little proctor of the Trial of Ascension here for us. All right, we could do a really nice well here. So well adds 1 water to a tile, and then plus 1 water for every adjacent water tile. So this would give us the ability to start scaling up our well here, our water, because we really don't have any source of water. So if anything costs water along the road, we wouldn't have any way to gain that. So at this point, we're now basically double working this tile and working this tile once to get us those adjacency bonuses. I think getting you on food here could be a little bit nicer than that wood, because we do have 5 wood, which is absolutely plenty. All right, it is Saturday. We have 1 more day in the week. Again, looking at the run info, you can see here we're getting that level 2 favor, and tomorrow will be 80. So we kind of got to make sure we're going to get to 80 by Sunday. Boy, that's not a very good tile. I could re-roll here. I don't think I care about anything, but I would be interested in a better tile. Is this a better tile? It is a better tile in the fact that it does expand nicely here. Then this whole area over here could be more plains as well. I think this orientation might be better. I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sold on that. I think we're going to go for a big favor build. So what the sacrificial lamb could do for us is expand our ability to harvest this tile here and double work it now. So you can see now we're really starting to get these exploit mechanics going. We're double working this tile, we're double working that tile. If we could get another village over here, we could really start creating that really nice tight setup here. I could reasonably play this. It wouldn't be terrible. It'd open up another tile for this one to be working, and then also add 1 food here. I don't know. I kind of want to be greedy and look for an even better, like a 3 adjacency plane to put in here, or something that allows us to at least have more optionality. So I'm gonna let it slide. Now this is interesting. We could save up food and get another village going. I think that's actually really, really nice in this location. So let's end our turn. I believe we'll end the day. And we got to our goal of getting 80 for Sunday. So this is Saturday, but now I feel confident in knowing I can get to Sunday. So I'm not gonna be greedy and buy this village, because again, we just locked down a village, so we have that. Temple could be good. For 15 gold, that is quite a bit. Score for every adjacent grassland. We don't really have a big grassland area, so I'm happy enough finishing the day and then trying to get myself up to more food. I don't really have any way right now. I could re-roll to try to get a better food tile going or something like that. I think I'm going to try to save up my favor for the beginning of the next week. So at the start of the next week, we'll get another card here and another card here, which will give us a lot more choices to do. And I think that's pretty good. I think that's pretty good. We need more food, so we'll get more food. Now we're gonna end the turn here, or the end of the day here, which is okay. Just because we got so many points, so much going on. So we'll end the day. We'll end the week, I suppose. Boom. The week is done. We have 33 gold. Freemasons work tiles adjacent to this relic whenever an improvement is placed on a tile. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Add 1 food to a tile, plus 1 food for every adjacent planes. I'm kind of happy. It can be placed on... Ooh, actually, that's really nice here. If we throw that here, that kind of solves our food problems pretty nicely. Not food problems, but like... It allows food to be really nice. So we hit 114. I want to play a village. I could spend some favor here to level up favor. I think that's good. Okay. So now we have another tile ready to be played. Let's think about how to do this in a smart fashion. If what do I need? We don't really have stone or wood production going. And I could start building over to this one. I could also reasonably make an argument to say, let's crack open this little discoverable islands. I haven't mentioned that at all. These little islands are just pre-existing terrain tiles in the world that you can connect into and opened up. Currently in the game, there's no big bonuses other than they're free tiles for you to play around. Eventually, I want to add in like ancient civilization things that you find that will allow you to crack them open and get a nice bonus. Maybe that's relics or consumables or bonus resources or something fun like that to find inside of there. I think I kind of like the idea of going this way. And then we put the village here, knowing that maybe we can get some double working going on as well in this regard. I think a tree could be really nice here just to make this tree. Maybe that would have been better over there. I don't know. I'm not sold on the optimal strategies I'm playing here. Your mileage may vary. I'd be very interested to see what you could come up with some wacky builds. I know how to play this game pretty competently, but I think there's going to be combinations between relics and positioning and stuff like that where people will absolutely destroy my quota. So we have quite the challenge ahead of us for getting our quota set up. I think we want to do over here because we're gonna get more stone there, and I think that's perfectly fine. Yeah, that's good. I'm happy with that. Okay. We did not get. We got 99. If we had 5 turns, because we gain an additional turn every week. We got to 99. So we have to buy more things. I'm thinking we could do is get some double working going on here. Yeah, that's the ticket. So this village is going to work these 2 tiles, and this village is going to work these 2 tiles. And I think that'll be very nice here. We could even boost up some adjacency bonuses here and create... I'm thinking this will probably be pretty good. And then we could do something like let's do something like that, maybe? Or, that's not bad. I kind of want to get this, I want to make sure we don't lose, so my priority here would be something like this. If I do like here, maybe that leaves optionality for this village to work something else. I'm okay with that. We could reroll down. There's nothing I'm too curious about, so I think a reroll is fine. More food could be nice. In fact, this actually might be really nice. Let's do that. And we'll leave that open for potentially something else to be placed, and we'll end our turn. So one of the big things we need to start doing is getting malt. So we don't have any multipliers, so our points are kind of getting wasted. But we should finish today, which is good. We'll have plenty of coins to be able to purchase. I think we probably also are going to want to level up stuff. So let's just get to the end of Unto Monday here. You see what I'm saying? All the resources coming up, it just scratches the monkey brain in a nice way. Score for every adjacent hill. It's not bad. We could get a we need to get to 800, so we do need to start getting some more multipliers. So I'm thinking we're gonna grab our first 2 relics of the game, and then we'll invest in basically everything we can. We're gonna just spend a bunch of our resources to level up stuff just to get more points. So this relic, the very small rock, has 10 score each turn for every adjacent hill, including the one this is on. So at this point, this is 30 points per turn, and this one will be Timber's Blessing, which is 1 malt after gaining 12 wood. We're not really, we'll basically pop that every 3 turns right now with the current amount we're building. Ooh, do I put the rabbits here? Do I put the rabbits here? I think I do. And then we can make both of those rabbits even bigger. Cool. Now we have a really tight little area over here that I'm really enjoying. I think we can end our turn. Okay. Very nice. Yeah, Timber's Blessing, 5 out of 12. So we're going to want to try to find some wood to help us scale up our wood nicely. We could do a huge favor drop here with the obelisk. Because it is, what's obelisk? 2 favor base and +1 favor for every adjacent hill tile. That's not bad. So we're looking for hills. We're looking for getting our food going. Maybe cracking over into this could be really nice for the hills if I found a hill to do. So let's roll into some hills. I think we can find a better hill. Now I'm getting greedy. I'm just re-rolling all my favor for no real reason. Moving on. I don't want to get too greedy here. I don't want to lose all my resources. All right. We just lost a gold from that. That's okay. It's okay. 1 favor to a tile. We could put this here. I don't really think it's that good. Lumber camp could be interesting here. I think lumber camp's actually really nice here because of these trees. It'll help with again, one of our goals. One of our goals is to... Ooh, sawmill. I'm getting very distracted very quickly. We're going to sawmill here. So what sawmill does is it allows you to do 1 wood into planks. If we go back to run info, our planks gives us 0.2x multiplier. So this is going to be, we're pivoting into a wood build, I think. Wood and stone focused. Yeah, because this will let us we'll hit mult from this because we're collecting a bunch of wood. And then this will be working this tile because it has wood. And this will be working this tile because it has work. So we're getting 2 planks per turn for every 1 wood. And that'll be giving us 0.4 malt. If we can hit this every turn, that'll be giving us 1.4 malt, which will be basically doubling our output. So that should carry us through the end of this week. Yeah. Another village over here could be really cheeky. Yeah, you see that? Absolutely destroyed it. Absolutely destroyed it. Oh, we're not really gaining water. We're not gaining food empire, but we could invest into our levels here. So we need 80 favor next to level that up. We're starting to see some really solid options here. Temple turns favor into magic. We'll throw that up here. And then we'll make sure we're working that tile. So now we're also getting magic, which is giving us a little bit less per turn, but that's okay. It's okay. And I still want to crack open that stone somehow. Perhaps we do a stone pit here. It'd be nice to open up a stone city up here. I think is probably what I want to do. And we'll lock down... Do I lock all of this? I don't think I do. I don't think I do. Here we go. All right, we have another village if we wanted it. I think what we do is we keep the money. We know we have another village. And next day, I think is now. Oh, it's not now. Perfect. I didn't want it to be now. We can try to find some decent tiles to get us over here. Is this that tile? I think this is that tile. Yeah. Maybe we be greedy with that location there. And we open up over here. Oh, look at that fun little thing that me as a developer I need to fix. Let's end the turn. Ooh, it's actually pretty nice. Boy, that plains is... This is actually a really nice tile. Put it over here. All right. If I just move the screen, you won't be able to see this tear. It's perfectly fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. All right. So we have this village. If I throw it here, we could quarry here. Sure. Another Timber's Blessing is perfectly fine. We'll invest all of our resources. And now we can stone pit. I think we want to move very small rocks over to here. That gives us, this goes from a 3 adjacency to a 4, 5, including the one it's on, right? Yeah, includes the tile it's on. Stone pit here would be really juicy. I think we'll set it up here just for, oh my god, 11. I think we'll set it up here just for future setup. We don't need the points right now, but I really want to try to create a crazy mining town up here. We can start re-rolling down. I'm actually happy. Let's move on. My coffee's almost done. I gotta wrap this run up. Boom. One shot that day. We one shot it. All right. We'll take the interest. I'm happy with that. So we got our quarry. We need food for the quarry. Oh, we're running low on food. Interesting. I suppose I just spent a bunch of it. That plus 50 there is really nice. All right, let's put the quarry down. I think here is good. And now we'll get that plus 11 going on. If we can try and gain... I think this is actually very solid. Do we want to farm anywhere? I don't really have a good farm location. I suppose this could be a decent farm location. And we could switch you over to there. And then we could... maybe try to do, I think not berry bush here, but I think a rabbit would probably be nicer. Another temple. Another temple is nice. Oh, that doesn't have favor on it. You idiot. You idiot. I didn't say I was good at the game. I said I understood the game. All right. That's Saturday of week 2. We'll invest in that. Let's see. This is malt for food, malt for grasslands. Let's save up to get our next village. So let's try to find where we want to put that village. I think I kind of want to do... I need more stone type stuff. Rabbit here will be great. Oh, let's reroll. Do we just do something like this? Shh, don't worry about that. Don't worry about all this stuff. It's nothing. It's the Hexagod's power influencing the world. Not bad water over there. I'm not too worried about water. All right. We now, ooh, for Carl, every 13 stone we gain malt. Let's go. Very small rocks again. Happy with that. We can re-roll the shop. Wide for every village. Sure. And we'll do this relic there. It's the beginning of week 3. We need to get 5,000. I don't know if we got 5,000 last turn. I'd be interested. In, what is this? You want malt for every water. Okay. Look how much stone we're getting. It's nice when things just work out, isn't it? I think we got this run in the bag. This little mining town is just bussin'. Absolutely bussin'. We'll absolutely get more stone here. Another quarry. Do we quarry here in hopes of finding... I think we could go up here for that. That's there. Quarry there, and then hopes of finding, stone pit. So now we're double working this stone. If we grow this as well, we could get it to even like a triple working. More favor for every stone. Sure. Yeah, I will take that. Let's throw down wood down there. Is there anything else I could probably try to work on here? We could get more adjacency if I found the right type of tile. This might be that tile. I'm happy enough with that. I'm not super happy, but I'm happy. I'm enough. I'm a good enough type of god. That's a nice one there. We can then wrap. That's actually a really bad rabbit. Could I find like a lumber camp there? It's just that easy. It's just that easy. More village. Invest in some water. This is the wrong shape. Can I put this here? I think I can, but it doesn't put tiles there. You know what'd be cool is if, so this is the storm. I haven't talked a little bit about the lore, but the general lore of the game is the old hexagod died, and there's this storm raging across the world. Theseus, who you're seeing run the shop, is looking for the next hexagod, and you have been selected as a candidate. But to prove that you can wield the hexagod powers, you need to build a thriving village that can survive in the storm for 3 weeks. Theseus opened up this initial little pocket in the storm, and then to keep it open, you need to every day reach a specific quota to kind of like show him that you're a good enough god to do this. There will eventually be 6 Trials of Ascension, is what I'm calling them, that you have to complete to prove that you can be the hexagod. Each trial or ascension level, the game will get harder and harder and harder. So what you're seeing here is the base level of ascension. As the early access development continues, I'll be adding in more ascension levels and possibly even some other things to make each run feel a little bit more spicy. I would say obviously, and I hope it's obvious, there's going to be way more tile improvements, potentially more tile types, and a ton more relics and things like that along the journey. So although I have a really nice stone build going on up over here based off the tiles I was able to find, eventually there's going to be a lot more synergies and build types built into this game. I would say this is the skeleton of the game, the engine that you get to use to prove you can be a hexagod, and my plan during early access is to keep kind of just giving you more things to find and abuse and create situations where you're going to have interesting choices and challenging things along the way. I'm really proud of where this game is at this point. I think this pivot is really fun. And as always, there's going to be a few things that I want to change along the way and refine to make the systems fit even a little bit better. Because I still am not sold on a couple different pieces of this game, but I think through getting your feedback and your help and your ideas here, we can really refine this game into something that tests you as a hexagod and allows you to get those kind of huge dopamine spikes when you're able to create really nice land and lean into the kind of the fun of that all. I hope you felt the fun as I was going through this build. It's a good sign that I mean, I played this game for hundreds of hours as I've been testing it and developing it. But it's really fun when I get excited or lost trying to commentate my gameplay because I found something that was really strong or really powerful or really fun, and that's really exciting. So I think we're going to win here. This is Sunday of week 3 out of 3. If you enjoy the game, I would encourage you to check it out, play it. And if you want to wait for the game to come out in full version, that's absolutely fine in my book. I myself do that quite often with early access games, let them cook, and I'll come when they're fully done. And I think this game will be fully cooked and become quite the delicious turkey if we're doing a Thanksgiving metaphor in the cooking sense of early access. Yeah, that's Hexagod build 4. I hope you enjoy it, and I look forward to continually making this game even better in the days, weeks, and months to come. I've been Aramis. Thank you so much for hanging out. If you're watching this on Steam, that's pretty cool. And if you're watching this on YouTube, let me know what you think down in the comments. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.